But enough of that. Let's actually go into these weapon tutorials. A tutorial on Flame Mixer. So, we're going to go over all the weapons that we have. Weapon number 1, Flame Mixer. This is from the Wonder Swan Mega Man and Base. As is this guy, Conro Man. Why, hello there. By any chance have you tried out my weapon, the Flame Mixer? By using it, you can hold a spinning shield of fire and release it upwards. So, basic use of it. It fires a flame shield directly up above you. Very interesting. By the way, I don't know exactly where the decision to use these weapons came from, but it was not voted on like it was for Magneral 3, so... all of these are going to be very interesting. If an enemy's shielded, the Flame Mixer won't damage them, but it'll still go through them, so maybe you can catch them just before they drop their guard. So, as you can see, the weapon, the flames did not hurt that Mikado 24, but they did persist through it. The Flame Mixer will stay around you as long as you keep the fire button held, but you'll slowly drain ammo doing so. Also, be careful about the gaps between the flames. Small enemies can sneak between them to damage you. So, as you can see, it's persistent, which is good, but it does have that potential drawback. The Flame Mixer also blocks enemy projectiles, so don't worry about finding yourself in bullet hell. But once again, be careful that a shot doesn't manage to sneak between the two flames. So, as you can see, it just straight up destroys shots. But it does, it isn't perfect. Another neat trick with the Flame Mixer, it's really effective at igniting oil. Whether it's the kind that slows you down or the kind that makes you slip up, Flame Mixer will set it ablaze. Just make sure you're not in it first, obviously. So yeah, 2 different kinds of oil. That kind is temporarily dangerous and then disappears. This kind remains permanently lit. Now you've got the hang of the Flame Mixer, don't you? Something to keep in mind though, the Flame Mixer can't go through reflect blocks. The flames will be put out in contact. Just you wait, blocks. One day I'll make flames hot enough to melt you. One day. So yeah, even if you're holding it, those flames just get knocked out. But we've got to destroy these in order to complete the tutorial. And you see the shiny mark up there. Tutorial complete. Next one, a tutorial on Rain Flush. And of course, we have Toad Man. I don't get it. Why does everyone make fun of me? They do know that my Rain Flush pours acid rain down into the entire screen, right? Once it goes off, nothing can escape it. I know there's nothing over here. Or over here. We're supposed to go down. And... oh, crud. So I can't go back up and get those bolts. I didn't think any would drop. But yeah, Rain Flush, really good. When I said nothing can escape the Rain Flush, I meant it. It completely ignores the shields of all kinds, even Met helmets. Example, right there. And that Hammer Joe was just durable, that's all. Hey, if there's a big stack of cans or eggs blocking your way, try using the Rain Flush to clear them out in one swoop. It even puts out the fire like those deadly napalm flames down there. Yep. That is something that can happen. The flames are put out. And, ooh, look at all those bolts. But I can't get through here. Gonna have to use my Rain Flush. Yeah, you all saw where that was going. like in Mega Man 4 for the Game Boy, Rain Flush completely freezes quicksand. And there's no helping that. The Rain Flush can even freeze quicksand, so you don't ever have to worry about sinking into it. Oh, but now you can't get those bolts down there. Oops. Well, as I always say, look before you leap. Yes, as you always say. I didn't have an option there. There's no way to get past that. You'll notice I can't use any weapons other than the tutorial ones in these. But that's Rain Flush taken care of. And here's a bird. Lieutenant Sink. Sorry kids, Sarge tells me there wasn't enough demand for a beat tutorial, so I won't be training you today. Besides, what will even teach you? Let the bird do all the work? You'll be fine. Yeah, there's no beat tutorial. However, there's a rush tutorial. Simulation 3, a tutorial on Spark Shock. So, naturally, we have Sparkman here. Hi there, the Spark Shock might not be able to hurt enemies, but it can freeze them for a few seconds. Then you can switch to another weapon to finish them off. So yeah, Spark Shock works like it does in Mega Man 3 with one massive difference. It actually works more like Ice Slasher from Mega Man 1. In that you can actually switch weapons. That alone makes it like 100,000% better. Shielded enemies, these guys always keep you waiting, but if you zap them while their guard is down, then you can keep them waiting for even longer. Yep, so that is a useful way of keeping these enemies from slowing you down. You have to be able to hit them, though. Gulp. That big guy looks pretty tough. I know, try zapping it when it does a high jump, then run under it. Why risk a fight when you can sneak past your enemy, right? That's true. But why sneak past your enemy when you can blow it to smithereens? These blocks can't be broken with the Spark Shock, unfortunately. You'll have to use something else. Oh, before I forget, I should warn you, the next few rooms have really tough enemies. I don't think your buster can even scratch them. So try zapping them, then run. Yeah, so, the enemies now are, even if I tried to use my buster on them, it would do no damage. So, the point is to freeze them. Whoop. I missed. Oh. And the point is to freeze them while they're in the air. Yeah. The point is to do that better than I did that. But it's alright, tutorial complete. Next, a tutorial on Search Snake. The Search Snake crawls on the ground and climbs up the walls, so you can strike enemies above you without jumping into their line of fire. Sneaky, isn't it? I don't know that sneaky is the term I'd use for it, but useful, I'd say. And stop fat fingering. What the? It's pitch black! Sparkman must have forgotten to fix the lights. Oh well, use the Search Snake to find your way through this dark room. It can even be used to find invisible platforms. So yeah, like a typical wall crawler weapon, Search Snake can be used to see those invisible floors and false floors. You might have noticed this in the last room, but the Search Snake will vanish if it hits the ceiling. Sorry, but there's no way to get it to crawl on those things. That is as per usual. I don't think any wall crawling weapon is. Well, plug ball maybe? Unfortunately, obstacles like those blocks there can't be destroyed by the Search Snake, not unless you get very close up to them at least. The key to this door is in the next room. Don't let the spikes there worry you. The Search Snake can crawl on them no problem. What would really be interesting if you had a weapon that would make me crawl on spikes, no problem. You can use a Search Snake's small arc when firing it to your advantage. If there's an enemy below you, you can drop snakes right on their heads. Try it out on that wall blaster too. Gotta make sure you're far enough over, of course, but yeah, Search Snake works pretty well at what it does. It's also a little bit more powerful, I think, in this game than it is in the original. Alright, next tutorial. A tutorial on Tengu Blade. So we have Tengu Man here. Listen up, kid. The Tengu Blade's a multi-purpose weapon, so I'll break it down bit by bit for you. First, it creates a close-range slash that multi-hits enemies and pierces shields. Try it out and don't disappoint me. Yep, so we have another piercing weapon. That makes two. Nice job! The Tengu Blade turns your slide into a dash that can damage enemies and makes you immune to damage. Cross these spikes without dying, or always look down on you as sad failure. It crosses about 3 tiles, so be careful. You did it! Woohoo! Now do it again, but through these lasers. Even that blowhard Quickland Saber toys can't break the Tengu Blade's invincibility. Don't get overambitious. You gotta get up pretty close. Maybe you already noticed this, but the Tengu Blade also fires a spinning disc that flies upwards. It bounces off walls too, so keep that in mind when hitting enemies out of your reach. Me, I just fly up to them and cut them apart. But I don't need some dog with rockets to fly, so nya. Hey, don't diss the rocket dog. He is awesome. But yeah, that's the spinning blade there can bounce off the walls. And if you hit it just right, you'll get enemies right above you. That's Tengu Blade. What could this be? A tutorial on salt water. Yes, we have the lamest weapon from Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy. Neptune, why? My salt water shoots an arcing ball of water that splits into 3 smaller drops. How's that for splash damage? Ah, you sourpuss. Try shooting it from that orange tile down there. Yeah, salt water works as it always does. Only barely. You might not have known this, but you can aim the salt water up or down. That way you can hit things above you by splashing it against the wall. You won't be putting out any fires with it though. Yeah, no fires. So, normal, upwards, downwards. You know, I say that directionality is a useful tool for a weapon. The exception to that might be weapons that are naturally pattern and arcing fire. Sure, maybe it's not that good at distinguishing fire-throwing enemies, but rusts through enemy shields like no one's business. These Joe landlubbers must feel pretty salty about that fact. Haha! So yeah, yes, this is the third weapon that we have that ignores shields. I have the feeling that the developers are trying to tell us something. But something they're trying to tell us is they hate Joes. Come on. There we go. Arcing fire! Arcing fire with projectiles that arc as they bounce off. That's tough. Alright, next up we have Concrete Shot. There's Concrete Man to help us out. Hey, this tutorial's still under construction. Oh, don't tell me this deadline was pushed ahead to today. Okay, I can make this work. You've got my Concrete Shot, don't you? It becomes a solid block once it hits a surface. Try using it to get over that wall. Be quick though, the block can't support your weight for long. Yep, Concrete Shot's main gimmick is press him again. It's also kind of an expensive weapon. So, be judicious. You can do a lot of damage to enemies with a concrete shot. It's quicker than using charge shots. But if you kill an enemy with it, it won't drop any items, so you better use something else for refills. Also, be careful about making blocks. If 3 are on screen, you can't shoot more until one of them crumbles. So, concrete shot is, in fact, one of the strongest weapons in the game. At 3 damage per hit. It'll take out most enemies pretty quickly. However, because you have limited ammo, you need to be careful about that. Here's a neat trick. If you see a one-tile gap that's too high to slide through, try using a concrete shot and give yourself some extra ground. Who knows, you might find something valuable on the other side. In this case, it's just the way forward. The issue, though, you have to be kind of precise. Oh hey, we didn't get tutorialized here. Probably should have been tutorialized a little bit earlier. Now we get it. There's supposed to be a bridge here, but it's not been built yet. But hey, now you know how to cross spikes and dangerous jumps using the blocks. Just be careful of where you fire from. The shots go in an arc. I have experienced concrete hell before, so this is nothing. If you remember that Mega Maker episode. These lasers are a pain, but the concrete shot can block them off for a while. Once again, though, you've got to be careful where the arc goes. It can be tricky in finding the right spot to shoot from. My throat is getting a little bit sore from all this talking. Magma beams? Were these even the blueprints? Whatever. You're not likely to run into these much, but if you do, you can freeze them for a while with a concrete shot. Normally, you'd then be able to shatter it with some kind of laser weapon, but it looks like you don't have one. Oh well. Yeah, so, these are ridiculously fast magma beams, so that's what you have to do. So yeah, this is concrete shots. As you can see, I'm not that great with it. And then our next one is the tutorial on homing sniper. Fireproof bush. You peer into the bush. You see nothing of interest. Another fireproof bush. The bush peers into you. It sees nothing of interest. If you say so. And here's Searchman. I'll teach you about homing sniper, okay? Okay. Shoot, fire. Missiles aim for the nearest target. Watch your weapon energy. Open that door. Begin mission. Why are you hiding? I'm safe here. This bush is fireproof. Ah! Okay, I did not know that was going to happen. The bush is fireproof. I will assume he's correct about that, but... Oops. Spoilers. But yeah, I don't have a fire weapon, so why do you care? Yeah. I'm hiding. Don't give away my position. Okay. Those blocks below me. Did you break them? I can't lock on from here. Weird blocks. You're in a bush. Indoors. A fireproof bush. But good point. Yeah. Not a very good hiding job. Homing sniper. Teach me more. Hold the fire button. Lock onto multiple targets, or one target multiple times. Release to launch a deadly storm. But you can't lock on with these blocks. But yes, that's the thing that I spoiled a little bit before. And this is what makes Homing Sniper probably my favorite weapon of the bunch that I have. It is so good at what it does. I love it. Hey, you blew up my blocks. Okay, both heads in unison. Not okay. That's mean. Sorry, I got carried away. Homing Sniper is good for that. It targets almost anything that can be destroyed, but not indestructible blocks. They're indestructible. Thanks for clarifying that. Homing Sniper, anything else? Think before you shoot. What is the nearest target? What happens if you fire too much? Is anything in the way? So yeah, this is a lesson in be careful what you're firing at. You don't always want to be firing at just whatever comes your way. Also, mind where you're firing. That enemy, if you fire from down here, it's the body of it is going to block off your shots. So, if your enemy has invincibility areas, be careful. Jeez, almost 40 minutes? How is this taking longer than last time? Especially when I know what I'm doing. Alright, Simulation 9, a tutorial on rush coil and rush jets. The other science does the same thing. I'll probably be splitting this into 2 parts, but oh well. What the good holy hell is this? Rush coil land. Rush coil isn't exactly a weapon, but it's helpful for reaching tight spots you otherwise can't. Cool. Yep, in some cases it might be mandatory, so I made this first area need it. Try using it to reach that ladder. Hard man? What? No, I'm Rush Coil Man. I'm hurt you don't remember me. Can't I just have Magnet Beam? How dare you? Yep, that is literally what happened. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. Look familiar? You can also use Rush Coil to dodge enemy obstacles if timed right. You can dodge enemy obstacles, or you can just destroy the enemies. I have a preference for the latter. Rush will only appear under certain conditions. For example, you can't call him while sliding, or if Rush detects a ceiling below your height when you call him. Ah! Good thing those are only damage spikes. That's a hard one to get through, though. You may have done this unconsciously with the Hammer Gel below, but unlike a certain lesser recovery weapon, you can still use your Mega Buster with Rush Coil. It can even break special blocks under this form. Yep. While climbing in vertical areas, you can call Rush Coil the peak of a jump to have him land so he's ready before your next jump. That sounds like timing. Do I really need to use timing? It doesn't even really work, because Rush has to be gone before you can summon him again. Where Rush Coil helps in vertically focused platforming challenges, Rush Jet exceeds in horizontal challenges. However, it continuously moves forward, so you have to be careful about how you maneuver it. Needle Man? You don't remember me, Rush Jetman? I flew at you and stuff. Whoosh! I suppose it makes sense that Needleman has Rush Jet tutorial, though, since that is where we first get it. How do I control this magnificent dog? Just use the up and down keys to steer up and down. I don't really know what that means, but think of it like a stick shift, okay? I've done a stick shift. That's a little bit more complicated than those controls. Show me! That looked very goofy. Alright. But here's Rush Jet. Rush Jet is Rush Jet. Sometimes a corridor can be just shy of maneuvering with up and down. In that case, hold the opposite direction Rush is facing to slow him down. So yeah, that mechanic is also in this game. The thing is, it kind of slows you down in in both vertical and horizontal movements, so it's not really supremely capable for that. Ah, why did I move? Oh, because I'm hitting my head on that. That's a little bit tricky, but we got it. And all tutorials complete. And for that, nice work, your training is complete. As a reward, here's 100 bolts. Spend them or eat them, I don't care. And that's one reason you want to do the tutorials, because you get your first bolts there. Oh, I also picked up some bolts, but still. Alright, and that was a heck of a lot of stuff. I think it's time to put this one to bed, and next time we start the actual contest levels. So that's all for me for now. Until then, this is Doc. I'll see you later.